Hello Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary Ashcraft. If you are new here, you can follow me on Instagram at that same name. I have everything linked and spelled down below. This is my Flosstube channel where I talk about cross stitch and anything else I feel like. This is episode 24, almost to episode 25. We're almost at the episode of my age. Well, in like a few more episodes because I'm This year, I will be one more year until 30. Next year, I will be 30. Wow, that's sad. But honestly, I hear the 30s are the best. I remember the Steel City Stitchers talking about that. So I'm actually looking forward to being in my 30s. Anyways, best new thing of this week. Yesterday, I got my COVID vaccine. I got my first dose. My husband also got his. We both got Pfizer. Yesterday my arm was really sore. Like I wouldn't feel it until I tried to raise my arm up like this, or in any movement, and then I could really feel it. But otherwise, didn't feel it at all. Also no side effects so far. Although I hear the second dose is the one that really knocks you out. My husband thought he was experiencing a side effect yesterday. I'm not going to say it because it's a little embarrassing for him. But if you want to know, just DM me and I'll tell you. I think I've already told a couple people, and I told one of some of the parents at daycare because we were all getting our kids at the same time, and they just busted up laughing. Oh gosh, it's making my eyes water because I'm thinking about it now. So as far as I know, neither of us have had any side effects. But I'm so thankful that I was able to get it, that he was able to get it. I didn't think that either of us would be eligible until California opened it up to everybody, but for various reasons, apparently, both of us were able to. So, if I sound nasally and my eyes are a little red, although I think they're getting better, on my lunch break, I was rewatching Grey's, as one does, and started the episode and realized it is the episode, spoiler alert, although I think everybody knows now, it was the episode Derek died, which always makes me bawl like a baby. I've obviously never lost my spouse. My spouse is still here with me, but I lost my dad very unexpectedly, so I think that's probably why. Also because it's a very traumatic episode, so I was bawling like a baby. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, I should turn this off, and then I was like, no, just keep watching. And I do have some friends who rewatch Grey's as much as I do, who skip over that episode. And I was like, I think I might need to start doing that because I don't need to be like this all day. But speaking of Grey's, one of my favorite characters was Denny Duquette. And one of my favorite YouTube shows is Hot Ones. Not cross-stitch related whatsoever, but Denny Duquette is on Hot Ones, and if you don't know who that is and you watch Walking Dead, the guy who plays Negan, he's on Hot Ones, and he's fantastic. I do not watch Walking Dead. I watched like 6 episodes and was like, yeah, this ain't for me, but everybody else in my family loves it. So, they do talk a little bit about it, but I just know him as Denny Duquette, and I love him. I want a Denny Duquette in my life. I really don't though, because he died of heart failure. Okay, so never mind. Anyways, let's talk about some stitchy stuff. I have some unexpected things to tell you. I also am trying to figure out my lighting because this really sucks. I'm also filming in the afternoon, so I would expect the gardener to make an appearance at some point. My unofficial co-host. Something that I forgot to show you last month, because I did it weeks ago at this point. It may have even been February when I did this. I remember it was so cold out. I dyed fabric. Oh, it was the day I was filming in the bedroom. When was that? Was that February or March? I don't know. Okay, so this one I re-dyed. I had dyed it pink, and I just added more pink. Honestly, I think it just made the parts that were already pinker, and didn't really fill in much of the white. It's funny because Rocio, when I was debating whether I wanted to add dye to it, she's like, don't do it. But she didn't send me that message until I had already stuck it in the dye. So, but I think it looks fine. It's really pretty though. I think I know what I'm going to use a little portion of this for, which I will talk about in my plans. Okay, so then this one is somebody, I can't remember who it was, somebody commented and said that their favorite RIT dye, their go-to color is pearl gray. So I got that color. This is a really nice color. And I would definitely, I would use this for like a nice Halloween pattern. Gotta find one to do, but you know, maybe this might, well, can I see these holes? Y'all know I don't like stitching on black, but this might be doable. I think this would be doable. I could do some Halloween stitching with the housewives on this color. I like that idea. Okay, so then this one was a mix. What colors were it? What colors were it? What colors did I use? I used the pink, which is rose quartz, and I used teal, and I think I added like a tiny little bit of pearl gray, which once the color came out, I instantly regretted, because I was kind of hoping for a purple, and I didn't get that. But this is like, this color is a nice, like, it reminds me of the galaxy, you know what I'm talking about, those pictures of the galaxy. Like, all I'm envisioning on this is something related to Guardians of the Galaxy. I have no idea what I'm going to put on this. No idea. But I like it. So, and none of these are ironed. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so before I talk to you about the work that I have done on my March Madness winner, which was Irish Blessing, I had said that that was the only thing I was going to be working on this week. That was a lie. The lie detector test confirmed that that was a lie. The crowd goes wild. So, my husband occasionally watches Jerry Springer or Maury, and I'm like, you know those are paid actors, right? Like, he still loves it. Okay, so this week, I had several court calls. For those of you who don't know, I'm an attorney. So what happens on those is you are on the phone for who knows how long. Sometimes your case can get called very quickly. Sometimes I've been on the phone for 1.5 to 2 hours for a status conference waiting for my case to be called. And to the point where I kept looking at the clock thinking, I might have to have somebody else come in my office to take over this call so I can go get my kids. Like, that's how long it was taking. So, with being at home, I like to stitch while I wait because I need to be doing something where I'm not just sitting there listening to the other cases, but I'm not so focused on something else that I miss hearing my case being called. So I had a motion hearing on Monday, and I knew that I needed some mindless stitching, and at that point, all I had left was back stitching for Irish Blessing, and I knew there was no way I was going to be able to focus on that. So I was like, okay, what do I have that is not a new start, that is something I could just you just fill it in. Very mindless stitching or color blocks of some kind. And that's when I remembered Honeybee, because I talked about this last week. I outlined the cup on Honeybee so that all I had to do was just fill in the cup. And I think I even said this would be a good one to do on court calls. So that's what I did. And funny story, before I show you this, I posted on my Instagram stories that I was working on this while on a court call, and Betsy Klager, who's also a Flosstuber, she responded and was like, "Are you an attorney?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." And she's like, "Oh, me too." And we found out that we are both the same type of attorney. We do insurance defense, and that's not necessarily, I mean, it's common, but not too common. And there are no other Flosstubers that we know that do insurance defense. So it was really cool to be able to meet somebody else who cross stitches that also does insurance defense. And if you do not watch her channel, go watch her. She's great. I love her. She reminds me of my boss, which is a good thing. I like my boss. My boss is my mentor. She is the one who's taught me everything. But like, it kind of confirmed for me that insurance defense lawyers are like their own breed. As with any type of lawyer, when I was in law school, I could tell, what kind of law somebody was going to practice based on how they would ask questions or the things they would focus on, things like that. Like DAs and PDs, they are their own breed. Plaintiffs' attorneys, they are their own breed. And then within the different facets of defense lawyers and all that stuff. So I started thinking, I was like, yeah, I think we are our own breed. So that was really fun. So go watch Betsy. She'll be linked down below as well. So here, let me show you the pattern first. I switched it to this small bag because I brought this with me while I did the observation for the vaccine, because you have to like wait 15 to 30 minutes after getting it before you can leave. So I brought this with me, and I got a few rows in because I didn't need to look at my pattern. So here is Honeybee. So all I had left, I'm trying to think. Last time I had the cup outlined, all the skeps were finished, which somebody told me, confirmed that it's skep, but I don't think it's, I think I was pronouncing scape, B-scape, it's a B-skep. But she also said in this comment, and again, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but that she thought it was surprising that there were a lot of cross-stitch patterns that feature skeps, because the way that the honey is harvested and the honeycomb is harvested, it kills the bees. And I was like, what? And so then I went and I looked it up, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. And so, I think it's because they're cute and they're easy to chart. That's probably why they're in patterns, but it just kind of changed my outlook on those things. So I had all the skeps done. The cup was outlined. I had the flowers, and then I had the beginnings of all the little bees. So this week, ooh, don't fall pattern. Here's what I've done. I've actually gotten a lot done, because when I started on this, I'm pretty sure I hadn't filled in any of this cup. So I did all of this filling in either during a court call or during my observation for the vaccine. There was one night, what was it? I don't remember when it was or why, but I remember there was one night that I went through and I just finished off the bees so that the only color I had left was this white, which I think is 3865. My needle minder keeps falling. And I lost this needle, and I was freaking out because my children play in the area that I stitch, and so I was freaking out for 2 days. Well, I found it just before I started filming, and it was stuck in my bag. So, all I have left, you can probably tell, all I have left is filling in the rest of this, doing the top stitches on the handle, putting in the, wings. Wow. Why did I not think of that word? The wings and all of the white around all of these bees. So, and then adding the word honeybee. Word? 2 words? Whatever. Honeybee. So, and I have everything I need to finish it, fully finish it. So this will be one that once I'm done with Irish Blessing, I will knock this out really quickly, and hopefully by next video, I will have 2 finishes, not just one. Which is a little bit of a spoiler alert. Today is April 1st. The goal was to finish Irish Blessing by yesterday, and that did not happen. But I am very close, very, very close. And I think I would have finished, but there was one night that I didn't stitch, and I'm trying to remember why. I don't remember why. I think I was just really tired. That's usually the reason why. I know I wasn't reading, so I think I was just tired. So here is Irish Blessing. This was my March Madness winner. Y'all love this one. You guys love this one. So I finished the colors on all the corners. And I was looking for my notebook where I keep track of all my stitching, and I couldn't find it this morning. So it is somewhere. I don't know where. I think I finished all the colors on Friday, Saturday, somewhere around there. I don't think it was Thursday. I think it was Friday or Saturday. So I started on the back stitching. This should be renamed Death by Backstitch, honestly. Look at this. Look at the corner. Do you see how much back stitching is in that? Everything is back stitch, and I don't hate back stitching like some people do. I really don't mind it because I think some pieces really need it. And I looked at this and I was like, do I need the back stitching? Do I need it? And Courtney, my friend Courtney, she Stitches Please on Instagram. She was like, no, you don't need it. I should have listened to her. I should have listened to her because I like went from loving this to absolutely hating it. So here it is. Okay, here is, you can see all I have left is this corner and that corner to back stitch. I could have stayed up till like midnight or 1 a.m. last night to finish it, but I just was like, I wasn't like super tired either, where I was like, no, I can't stay up. I was just like, I'm over this. I'm done. So, it's almost done. It's almost done. I'll be very happy when this is done. Y'all know. I started this in September or October of 2020. I will say, I was really proud. Not so much the corners, because I was real lazy with the corners. And I'm not somebody who like really cares about my backs. But I was really proud of that full coverage piece. Corners, they're a little chaotic. But that's okay. So yeah, so all I have left to do are these 2 corners. And you can see it. Okay, so you tell me if you would have backstitched this whole thing or not. Had I not backstitched everything, I would have just done the back stitching in the picture and then these blue lines, like it's the dark blue color. So you can see it without the back stitch and with the back stitch. Would you have done the back stitch or not? I'm curious because it's a lot. It's a lot. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna burn it. No, I'm just kidding. When I'm done with this, it's gonna be framed. Also, tell me down below if you prefer, like, which big box stores framing department you prefer. I've only ever framed things at Michael's because growing up, that's all we had. I didn't even know Joann's had a framing department until like this year. So we have Joann's, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby here. I'm sure we have smaller mom and pop stores. We do not have any L&S's nearby. I would be fine sending it somewhere, like to another L&S. Like I know Michelle sends all of hers to Acorns, and Janet Jabber was talking, she posted a video yesterday, this week, about sending her stuff to Keepsakes, which would be kind of fun because they're in Cincinnati, and I will go there one day when I visit my best friend. So let me know how you go about framing. Shiloh from X Stitch MD, she does all of hers through Michael's, and hers always look really good. The one that I did for my grandma before is from Michael's, and so and I think I want to do something that looks like this with a green matte board and then a black frame, so nothing too extravagant. So yeah, I'm curious to know where you prefer to go to frame. But that leads me to say, when I'm done with this, I'm not keeping it. I don't want to keep it. If you want this, this was a kit from Hobby Lobby, although within the last like month or so, I saw that it's said down here that Cooler Design Studio designed this. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. Like, I just noticed that like a month ago. And then the fabric was just white, so all over the place. White Swigart, 14 count Aida. If you want to stitch this, let me know. All you gotta say is you want to stitch the Irish Blessing. If one person wants it, you get it. If more than one person wants it, I will do a random thing. It's not like an official giveaway or anything. It's just whoever wants this, I want it out of my sight. But all you're gonna get is this, which has the floss on the back. Because this is a Hobby Lobby kit, it didn't use DMC. I'm guessing this is their Artiste brand, but it has all of the colors on here, and you could probably figure out similar colors and like stitch from stash. And then the pattern, which I have folded up because this is that pattern that I used to complain about, that's so stupid that they printed, look at this, they printed this tiny pattern, it's not really that tiny, on that big of a piece of a paper. And because of that, you can barely see the symbols and the full coverage piece. But there's no markings on this because I made copies of it to be able to do a working copy. The only thing is that I would just fold it up and put it in a card and put it in the mail. So you just have to be okay with the fact that I'm going to fold it. But if you want this, just say you want it. Just say you want it. Say, you know, I want to stitch Irish Blessing. And somebody else can stitch it. I don't even know if they make that kit anymore. Have I seen it? I feel like I haven't seen it. I think it's been a long time since, and I bought that when I was in law school. I think I bought it my first year of law school. First or second year. So that would have been 2014 or 15. So it's pretty old. but it's one of the more popular Irish blessings. So if that's an Irish blessing that you really enjoy and you want to stitch it, then I will send it to you. Okay. Sorry, my nose is like running. I apologize if I keep touching my nose. My haul. Okay, this will probably be the last bit of haul for a while because I'm doing a no spend. We're gonna see how April goes, and we'll see when April is done if I want to extend it or how much longer I want to extend it. I do have a couple exceptions I will make for myself. The main one being if I run out of a color while I'm stitching, which I don't anticipate to happen because how often do you go through a whole skein? Really, how often? So I'm not expecting to need to buy floss, but if I need floss, that's kind of the main thing is, you know, you can't really do much without it. So I have enough needles to last me. I have enough fabric to last me, and you know, and then and I have enough patterns if I want to do a new start. So I should be fine not spending anything. It's gonna be difficult, honestly. So my last Clay by Kim purchase for a while. It is getting harder and harder to score one of these, my friends. But when I saw her post a sneak peek of this like theme for last week's launch, I was like, oh, need that. These colors, because my family's from Minnesota, my mom's family is from Minnesota, these colors remind me of the Vikings. But being a California girl and having a lot of friends who like the Lakers, it also reminds me of the Lakers. So here's, how beautiful is that? Let's see if I can focus on it better. Gosh. It is a flower. What did they, oh my gosh. I'm like drawing a blank at what kind of flower this is. A posy? Is it a posy? It's a needle minder. I love these colors. They're so pretty. Has the loop for the needle. Yeah, I just, gosh, her craftsmanship, honestly, is just on another level. On another level. And I always wonder how she blends her colors so well, you know? Because I know that this is all clay, and she doesn't necessarily paint all of it. Although she might. And now I'm rambling about Clay by Kim. Okay. So that was my last Clay by Kim for a while. Oh, I bought a digital pattern. This should be a surprise to no one. Autumn Lane Stitchery came out with the Easter Bunny. So of course I bought him because I have all of the other ones except the gnome. Gosh, she's so cute. Oh, that, I don't know why this just reminded me of that. If you have the app Libby, which is what a lot of libraries use for like online books, ebooks. Athena's title of her video this week was "Words Are Hard." No truer words have been spoken. Words are hard today, people. But if you have Libby, or even if you don't have Libby, but you have a library card and your library uses Libby, go download it. They have at least 3, from what I'm seeing, 3 cross-stitch magazines. If I can find my Libby, I will show you. Okay, so here's what Libby looks like. This is just kind of my home. Is this my home screen? This might be my shelf. That's my shelf. So that's the home screen. And then when you go to your shelf, so it has World of Cross Stitching, Cross Stitcher, and What's the other one? Cross Stitcher, World of Cross Stitch. Oh, Cross Stitch Favorites. Oh, and Ultimate Cross Stitch. So, a lot. And I've looked through, and a lot of back issues. Wow. Yeah, I'm, oh, I need to listen to that. I forgot I had the audiobook for Bridgerton, The Duke and I. So if you have Libby and you've been wanting those magazines, but you don't want a subscription and you don't want to get a subscription to Readly, check that out. Okay, next bit. Okay, I'm going to have a new start today. Almost said tomorrow. Today, I'm going to start Hello Petal. This is going to be a stitch along with Evelyn across the pond and Sean from Craftivating Creations. These are the flosses I had in my stash. And then these are the ones I picked up from the store. I am doing a color conversion. Some of these, so basically what I did is I went to the store, I got all of the called for colors out, and then I looked at the colors and I say, okay, which of these are too bright that I don't like and I want to swap it out for something else. And that's what I did. And so there was like a bright orange, a bright pink, and a bright green. And I swapped those out, and I'm now not remembering which ones are which, but there it is. And I might even still swap out other colors. So this is going to be a conversion that I do as I go, and I'll probably just share with you each part as I do it of which colors I'm using, because I like the color palette. I just didn't want it to be as bright as what's called for, because it's like it's like highlighter bright, you know? And I like more muted pastels and muted colors. I think if I had something that bright in my house, my husband would be like, no. So, yeah. And then, before we get to our last bit of haul, I am going to do a little giveaway. And it's not Stitchy related. It's just something that I've had, and I meant to give it away a while ago, but I completely forgot. But now we're in spring, so it's appropriate. Normally, I haven't the last two videos, but normally I have nails on. I've been using Color Street, which if you watch Michelle Bendy, or there's a couple other people who use Color Street, they talk about it a lot. It's real nail polish, so it's a real bottom coat, nail polish, and a top coat. But, and my mom hates it when I say this, it's essentially like putting a sticker on your fingers. It's very easy to do, and being somebody who does not want to take the time to go to a salon or to sit down for at least an hour and not be able to do anything with my hands to let nail polish dry, this is like the best alternative. I've even put these on while in the car on the way to IKEA, and they turned out great. So I'm going to give away a set. All you have to do I should have thought of this. Oh my gosh, I should have thought of this. Why did I not think of this? Okay, tell me what your favorite thing about spring is. So just use the word spring, S-P-R-I-N-G. Your favorite thing about spring. And I know some people, Australia, it's not spring where you are. Tell me what your favorite thing about spring is anyways. I will ship these anywhere in the world. But if you are outside the U.S., it might take me a little while, because I've actually never shipped anything outside of the U.S. before. So, so if you want to win these, you have to tell me what your favorite thing about spring is. So, these are the nails. This is called Spring Picnic. It is a pastel plaid with a white accent. These are really cute. So the reason I'm giving these away, because my mom sells Color Street, so I have a lot. have a lot. I get them as gifts from her. My sister and I give them to each other as gifts. I buy a lot. I have so many. But my mom, she has I'll link her website down below, but she also has a Facebook group for her customers, and she's constantly doing deals on there. Like right now, I think she's doing $7 sets. If you want to join her Facebook group, send me a message on Instagram. But she also does a lot of times if you order, like if there's a new launch and you order from the website, she'll send you a mystery set from her stash. So that's where a lot of mine also come, probably half of mine come from that, is her sending me ones because I bought stuff online. So I picked these ones. She usually lets me pick them out because I'm her child. And so I specifically picked these out to do as a giveaway. And I have my own set, so we can be matching. So if you want to win these, all you have to do is tell me what your favorite thing about spring is. There's that. Okay, so my last bit of haul, and then I have something other that's not Stitcher related, but is super cute. I'm just going to show you. I mentioned last week I've been working on kitting up Frogworks Year 1. So this is Black Needle Society. This is the Year 1 band sampler. Year 2, wow, we're getting closer. The retreat is in July, but I think we get the box in June. I'm so excited. So I've been working on kitting this up, which I had just been working on off of the back list. And then Memphis Sarah told me that there's an étoile conversion inside, and I hadn't realized that. So now I have to go get the étoile when I need to use it. Which it's only in the Mirror of Erised, so it'll be a while till I get to that point. So I'm not too worried about it right now, but I was just like, go figure. But now that also makes me wonder if there's an étoile conversion in Year 2, and nobody has asked about that, and it's not on the back list either. So I'm curious. I think this came like the day after I filmed last week, or the day of, I don't remember. I had placed another order with Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, my ONS. She's probably also my local place too, even though she doesn't have a storefront. And I picked up some floss that I'm using for Frogwort. Some I'm using for Frogwort, some I got because they're pretty. So here is Fallen Leaves by Classic Colorworks. This is a beautiful red-orange variegated floss. I got Eggshell by Classic Colorworks. This is just like a country white. I know this is not one I would typically buy like as an overdyed, but I know this is used a lot in Stitching with the Housewives patterns, and it's called for in Frogwort, so I just thought, I'll give it a try. The Gentle Art Autumn. This is not in Frogworts, but it's very similar to Fallen Leaves, and I just thought it would be really pretty in a fall pattern. And then I got 2 of English Ivy by Classic Colorworks. This is a green variegated floss. I got 2 of Erin Go Emerald. I did not need this one because I had the DMC conversion, but this color green, like this hunter green color, is one of my favorite colors of all time. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. The Gentle Art Grape Arbor. Am I saying that wrong? Grape. Why does that sound wrong? Grape. I keep thinking I want to say great. Grape. Why does that sound wrong? I don't know why that sounds weird to me. Grape Arbor. I'm gonna stop saying that word. I'm gonna drive myself nuts. So this is a purple mauve hybrid variegated floss. Words are hard. Okay, and the Gentle Art Witching Hour, which I wasn't going to get this one. It is a very dark purple with a slight variation. Slight variation. But it's, for being almost black, it's a really pretty color. And then I also picked up the DMC conversions for the rest of the colors that I needed. So I think that means I have everything now. I have all the floss. Oh wow, look at this. This is a lot of colors. Woo. Whew. That's a lot of colors. Oi. And then I have the fabric, which is parchment, 28 count by Fiber on a Whim. So that means I can start on Frogwarts. Ooh, I can start on Frogwarts. I'm going, okay, so for plans, finish Irish Blessing, finish Honeybee, start Hello Petal, start Frogwarts, don't know when though. Oh, okay, so I've heard some people talking about Stitch Mania. After being so stressed with stitching on something different every single day for March Madness, I don't want to do Stitch Mania the way that most people do it. Rocio talked about doing Stitch Sania, where you stitch on one thing all month, or you have one focus piece. But Memphis Sarah talked about doing an Owl Forest Mania. I was trying to think of a combination that would still sound like Mania, but with Owl Forest, and that's not going to work. So I have enough Owl Forest, and I had placed an Owl Forest order a couple weeks ago that will probably come, who knows, sometime this month or next month, that I would have enough Owl Forest to work on something every single week. So like something different each week. So each project would get its own week or something, or doing like rotating days. So I'm either going to do Stitch Sania, where I have one focus piece, or I'm going to do Owl Forest Mania, where I stitch on only Owl Forest. I also need to catch up on my sales. Very behind. Very behind. So that's everything that I'm going to be doing. Irish Blessing and Honeybee should be finished by next video. I'll be very disappointed in myself if they are not. If you want Irish Blessing when I'm done, just tell me you want to stitch Irish Blessing. And if you want to enter my giveaway for the nails, tell me what your favorite thing about spring is, and you have to use the word spring. For Irish Blessing, the word I'm looking for, or that I'll search for, is Irish. So if you don't want to say, I want to stitch Irish Blessing, and you just want to say something about Irish, that's fine. And then, okay, the last thing I was going to show you, not stitching related, but just so freaking adorable. My baby, my pandemic baby turns 1 year old at the end of this month. Oh gosh, I am to and through. No more babies after this. My body cannot handle another baby. No. I am miserable. I am not one of those happy pregnant people. I know people who say they wish they could be pregnant every single day their entire life. And I think there's something wrong with you. Because I would rather do anything than be pregnant one more day in my life. And I know that sounds terrible, and I know if you are having trouble conceiving or you can't conceive or something like that, I don't mean to offend you. It's just, pregnancy is really hard on my body. Like, for the last, I don't even know how many weeks of this pregnancy, I couldn't walk. It's really bad. So, but because he's turning 1, I was like, okay, we got to do something special. We got to do cute outfits. We went to a local children's boutique cute this is. This little jumper. Oh my gosh. This little seersucker. My husband is not thrilled whatsoever. He's like, why does he need to wear this? And I said, why not? I can't get over. Right before I had my C-section, I took pregnancy photos in a blue plaid dress. So the idea is we're going to go back to the same spot I took those photos, and I'm going to wear the dress, and he's going to wear this. I just love it so much. Okay, so then I saw this, and I was like, oh yeah, I got stuff. And it's the same blue seersucker on the boy. How cute. He's going to destroy this in 0.2 seconds. He is a messy child, and he is like fearless, so he's bumping into everything and getting hurt. This morning he skinned his forehead on a stool, and he just kind of sat there like, what just happened to me, you know? And then just like got back up and walked away, and I was like, okay. My daughter would have cried for like 5 minutes, but my son's like, whatever, dust it off and I'm fine, like, you know, whatever. So I just, oh gosh, I love these so much. I love them so much. And my mama heart cannot handle the fact that he's about to be 1. I can't. My heart is like breaking inside. And my daughter is like a year away from going to kindergarten, and that freaks me out. I'm not even going to talk about that. No, that does not exist in our world yet. So that is everything. I hope you have a good week. My week has actually been rough. A lot of stuff with work is going down, and it's very stressful. And I've never been so stressed in my entire career than this week, because it's like every single day something has happened on a different case that it's like just when I feel like I can breathe, something happens and I'm like, ugh. So yeah, I hope your week's going a lot better than mine. I think that's it. If you're in California, you can get your vaccine on the 15th. 15th? Yeah, I think it's the 15th. They open it up to anybody 18 or older. And I think San Diego, where I'm from, because my family is all down there, at some point this month, they're opening it to 16 and older, which is crazy, which means my niece will be able to get it in June. Oh my gosh, she's going to be 16. Okay. Also, because you're going to be watching this on April 2nd, happy birthday, Courtney. Okay, that's it. I'm rambling. That's what I do. And if you've stayed this long to watch me awkwardly ramble, we need something springy. Ooh, Hello Petal. Okay, I'm starting Hello Petal. Oh, the little bunny. There's a bunny. Okay. Put the bunny emoji in your comment. Is there only one bunny? I think there's 2. The bunny that's the cute bunny of just the head. It's on the first row. The first vertical row at the bottom. The bunny. Yeah. So if you've stayed this long, put the bunny in your comment. Let me know if you want Irish Blessing or if you want something else. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.